Hey everybody, Matt Barton here with this week's Broker Minute or Two. And depending on how you're looking at this, it's either the last Broker Minute of 2024 or the first of 2025. And yeah, my virtual background here, this is what I wish my remote office did look like. Hey, so as we roll into 2025, I want to take this opportunity to, one, thank you for all of your hard work. And what a interesting, tough, and rewarding year that 2024 has been. And you know what? Not going to sugarcoat it. 2025 is not going to be all peaches and cream and just wonderful, and we're just going to roll around in money. But having said that, I've said this many times over the past year or two, is, when we had our last major reset, which would have been 2008 to 2012, which was a very prolonged reset. The people who figured out that this was just the lay of the land and got to work did really well. And so that's my overarching advice to you as we roll into 2025. There will be tons of opportunity in 2025. I think the biggest problem is the industry in general got spoiled when COVID hit and the post-COVID, boom that hit, and you basically had to fog a mirror to get a deal done. And for the last couple of years, in addition to some tougher economic times, we've actually had to work harder. We've had national settlements that have reset the table. And you know what? Don't dwell on that. Don't fixate on that. It is what it is. It's nothing catastrophic. In fact, anytime there's change in our industry, there's great opportunity. So that is my overarching message today. I wanted to share with you, hopefully, an exercise that you can all do to help in this endeavor. So if you log into utahrealestate.com and you go to Rapid Stats, I've showed you, a few of you, this in the past, but I really think this is a useful exercise. So if all I do is go to Rapid Stats, this is the dashboard, and you come up with this data. And for some of you who are non-statistical, you'll glaze over. But look how easy this is. There's three categories, right? This one is the active listing count, the sold count, and the under contract count. And it defaults to, okay, so what's it look like today? But if you do this little exercise on a weekly basis, it will help frame things up in your mind. So if I take this down and say, great, how is the active count versus 365 days ago? Look at that. Our inventory is up almost 23% from what it was a year ago. That's a great thing. It's a great thing for buyers. It's a great thing to help your sellers understand that they have more competition now and they need to be more realistic on their pricing. Let's move over to the next one on the sold count. Okay, so how does it all net out? Or it was 2024 a bad year. If we do the same thing, 365 days, we're actually up 5.5% in sales from 2023. And I have a feeling it will be more than that in 2025. It's not going to blow the doors off anybody, but it's going to be more. And then the last one is the under contracts, which is, in statistical terms, it's the best thing we have as what is known as a leading or a predicting indicator. So how are we on there? 365 days ago, we're actually up 25% on under contract listings versus a year ago. So I don't ever believe in being Pollyanna with stats, but I also believe that it's important to be balanced in the data that first of all, you should be looking at data, period, but be balanced in the data that you look at. Being Pollyanna about what's going on or being doomsday, both sides of the spectrum, doesn't help anybody. But being intelligent about it and understanding really where we are and formulating your individual business plan to capture the opportunities that exist in any and every market is really what the pros do. We're here to help you do that. Our trainings are here to help you do that. And I really think that if you spend more time understanding that marketplace, it will give you that perspective you need to see the opportunities and go forward with power and strength in 2025. Our company, meaning the entire company, right? All of AIG, or as we now call it, Gold Capital Partners Utah, reflects that mentality. We had a good year last year. I won't say it was fantastic, but compared to most of our competitors who are reining things in and bleeding and trying to figure out how they're going to survive and go down to one broker, and we're not even anywhere close to that mindset. We are healthy. We have plans, significant plans to grow. And I hope you'll join us in that endeavor, and that will be reflected in your own individual businesses. It's going to be a great 2025, and I look forward to it. Talk to you soon.